top of everything else, they want this.
I'll go ahead and take him out in the second round.
Just know that you are going to feel what's coming from this side.
You're not going to see much, I'll tell you that.
I'm glad that he knew that that mask was going to fly off. And if I win, I'm keeping the mask, okay?
With it right here with who I started with me, something like I'm Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H1 Central Coast, mom and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and gas, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
And we're back on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I appreciate everyone that's trickling in the comments section. Do your boy the favor though, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and when you hit the bell, hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time we go live. We got a good one tonight. Do you remember that intro? Shit, you know what, let me brag on a partner of mine for a long time. I'm talking about all the way back since the 90s. Shout out to Young Gun 831, and shout out to all the 372s in Salinas. I don't hear too much about them no more, but back in the 90s, oh, for sure. And he made the first intro to the first channel, and then even the revamped intro to the first channel. But then we're on the new channel. But he already knows what it is with me, man. Shout out to Young Gun 831. Shout out to all the seasons. Shout out to the whole 372s. You already know what it is. It's much love. That's right, Burqueños in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Did you see that fight trailer? Fight trailer intro? That was crazy, huh? That was a good one, cabron. But anyways, yeah. Let's keep that thing pushing, man. But shout out to Burqueño, Sin City Vanquish. Orale, that's right, my boy. Have you heard about this one, Sin City? You already know what we got cooking.
On top of everything else, they want this.
I'll go ahead and take him out in the second round.
Just know that you are going to feel what's coming from this side.
You're not going to see much, I'll tell you that.
I'm glad that he knew that that mask was going to fly off. And if I win, I'm keeping the mask, okay?
Yeah, that's what we got going on. It's already coming up in 2 weeks. Being in contact with both of the peleadores, I can tell you this. They're both game. They're both game. They're both gallos. They're both ready to go. And that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. We got huge plans with the pinche. We got huge plans with the promotion. Huge plan that, to be honest with you, a lot of people want to get in on the beginning of it right now. I'm just keeping it 1,000 wow with the people. You already know how I keep it. 1,000 wow with the people. People that want in on this because they already can see all the YouTubers that we got now on the internet selling wolf tickets. You know, one channel about another channel, or just doing some torcido stuff, or just people getting called out, whatever. I'm here just to provide the platform. That's all I'm here to see the opportunity to maximize their influence. That's all I'm here to do. I'm here to help you maximize your influence. I'm here to give you the same influence. I know it's going to sound crazy and ridiculous. I'm here to give you the same influence as a retired world champion that they just want to see for the hell of it fight one more time. It's the same thing, but now it's called influencer boxing. All right. So shout out to also, let's get to the formalities. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to all the members only, the backbone of the community. We're not going to make this a long video. It's going to be about maybe 30 minutes, cabrones. A long day. And then, of course, we got to hit the gym because the physical. We don't talk a lot about the physical. We're in a pinchy country where it's like the worst diet ever. We just see nothing but shopping carts of sopas and cereals and juices. And I'm telling you, ese es el pinche veneno. But anyways, back in the gym today. So let's do a 30-minute video, and then I'm going to give you an update because Bird, he just texted me right now. So Pájaro just texted me. So real quick. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone in the members only. You already know who you are. The members only, you guys, is probably the best way to have access to the content creator series of fighting. And I think it's for like $7.99 or something 99, right? All the members only know they got the best ticket. We got the best, most poppinest members only in all of YouTube. Now, mark my words then. Because I love, that's why the Bible says, do not despise the days of small beginnings. Small beginnings. People are already contacting me and they already want in on content creator series of fighting. I'll say a content creator series of fighting is already making the adequate connections to give the people what they want. All we're doing is giving the people what they want. So gracias to all the members only, you know who you are. Matter of fact, on the members only, I just dropped my Chicano story, part 3. Part 3. I think I finally get to the age of 13. I think I get to the age of 13 years old. And so shout out to everyone in the members only. You already know what it is. They got exclusive access to everything. I mean everything, cabrones. Because that's the members only. You already know what it is. All right. So anyways, and gracias to all the Chicano channels. You already know who you are, man. Shout out to Tony A, the Wizard. I appreciate you. Shout out to Marvelous Minds, Norbies. That was a funny live, the last one, Pinchy Norbies, man. I don't know if you see my comment. Go back and read my comment. I said, Pinchy Norbies, pass me a pisto, man. And then when I spoke with Tony, I told him that's exactly what podcasting is supposed to be, right? But we're smarter than that because a lot of us have backgrounds and a lot of us have a lot of knowledge that we can give over by telling your story. So don't ever let somebody tell you que te calles el hocico and for you not to tell your story, because when you open your mouth and tell your story, you're going to relate with someone. Now, if you're going to tell your story, obviously be at the right place too, cabrón. Don't be telling your story y aquí estás todavía todo loco or just doing tonterías. Or you can do what you want. It's the internet. Who cares, right? But anyways, gracias to all the members only. Let's keep it pushing, you guys. That's right, my boy. The after party with Fum is in the house. And happy 1977, girl. I appreciate you. Burqueño. Orale, big stomps. I see you. I see you. And Pancho Zapata, of course, the 559's in the house. So real quick, before we move on, gente, tickets are still available. So they're like halfway sold. So we still got, remember, I only wanted to sell like 20 seats. I only want to sell like 20 seats. You know what I mean? Just why? Because then, just keep them in an area. And then obviously you have to cater to them. Every single person that comes, of course, I have to accommodate. You know what I mean? And which is a good thing. I want them to have a great experience at the pelea. And we anticipate that pelea as soon as the bell rings. Let's handle it. So will EBK retain the keys to the YouTube yarda? Who's coming home? Who's getting slept? Because we just did a video with Mark Salinas. Shout out to DAZN. Is Tony getting slept in the first 10 seconds? Murked? And then his fighting career over? I don't know. I'm going to be right there front and center. Shout out to DAZN. Mark, we just came up with the rules, gente. I guess I might as well just mention them right now one more time. And in that way, it'll save some DMs. We're going to go about 6 rounds. We're going to do at least 2 minutes. There's going to be unlimited knockdowns. There's going to be unlimited blood. I mean, if it was up to me, we'll make it unlimited rounds. Do they got the gas? That's another question. But if it was up to me, I'll make it unlimited rounds. If the 6th round is over, they're standing right there. For some reason, someone didn't, murk somebody and they want to keep going at it. That'd be a fun stipulation. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be a fun stipulation? That's right, Kevlar 559. ¿Qué onda, Mikey? Tapping in from the Hollywood. That's right, my boy. Get in those pinchy man hours. Wait, are you coming? Did you get a ticket? If not, you hit the pre-order. A lot of people had messaged me, gracias for making it so affordable. I'm just doing what I would like done. I put myself in your pinchy shoes. I don't know how many times. I guess that's why God has blessed me so much with businesses, right? It's because I'm not a salesy guy. Though what I do is sales, I'm not a salesy guy. That means I'm not the one. Though it sounds like I got mouthpiece. I'm not the one that's going to try to convince you to do anything. I'm the one that's going to give you the truth. You hate me or you love me. At least I can go home and sleep better at night. And I'm at peace with my conscience because I told you the truth on how much your house was going to sell or what the transaction was going to be or my advice on the situation. And whether you took it or not, I walked away with my own integrity still. So I guess me coming off that frank is what, gravitates people toward me. That I don't, there ain't no pinchy filters over here or motives or agendas or none of that, man. We're on Chicano Tube. We're live on Chicano Street. We got modern day representation of a lot of shit that goes on. People need clarification because they just watch the tubo, the television, and that se lava el coco. Speaking of that real quick, did you see the Yolanda Saldivar documentary? Let me save you the time. Let me save you the 45 minutes of your life, because all you're gonna see in that documentary, I'm gonna be the spoiler. If you don't want the spoiler alert, then log off right now, hit the X, because I'm gonna spoil it. If you don't want to see Yolanda Saldivar surrounded by her family and them interviewing all of her family, saying she's harmless, saying she never meant to hurt Selena, saying que no era chueca, only pushing a different narrative. Oh, well, she was going to resign before that happened. If she would have resigned, then Selena would still be alive and blah, blah, blah. I was getting sick to my stomach. Just hearing how they could spin a narrative of someone pulling the gun. Okay, yeah, a lo mejor, se lo quiso pusar en la cabeza, y para que ella se sienta triste, no lo hagas, no, y la abrace y todo eso. Maybe that was the thing. And then the second was a reaction, which was apuntarlo de acá y apuntarlo derecho. Maybe that was a reaction. No matter what, the action was taken. It was done, lo jaló, and the maids that were next door heard her say the B word. Crazy. So I'll spare you the Team Yolanda documentary. Unless you're Team Yolanda, go ahead, enjoy. Anyway, let's keep that pushing. That's right, mi amiga. Sacred Herd is in the casa. I appreciate you, amiga. Gracias. She says, hi, happy 1977 girl. Another Chicano Tube ladies. Appreciate you for tapping in. Here it is. The question is, Sin City Vanquish is in the house. If you didn't know Sin City Vanquish, that's a day oneer right here. Man, I think you're carnal, you were here before zero. You're a day negative. You're a day negative tenor. The question is, when is Mikey the Salas gonna throw chingazos in the ring, bro? I think those days are done. There's no way I can elevate. I hope this makes sense. Don't elevate to like a position only to go back down and play another position. That doesn't mean you can't play all positions. I got a partner of mine. He started off washing dishes at the Buffalo Wild Wings on Northside Salas. And guess what? From washing dishes at Buffalo Wild Wings, guess what he does now? He runs the joint. He's the manager. I'm just saying, aspirations are. So I can't go back down. I'm going to enjoy the fights with my beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife by my side. It's a show. I've done over 100 of these shows in the amateurs, USA Boxing, when you have to have the licenses and all that. So there's no better person to put it together. Now, I mentioned this in the beginning, cabron. Some people are reaching out to me. They want in. Some people want in on this promotion, and it's not Mikey again, nor is Chicano Tube. It's bigger than Mikey. It's bigger than Chicano Tube. Esto es Dios, and we're going to put it together. Some of the most exciting fights that all the gente on YouTube are going to start commenting on all these individuals that are mentioning that they got carne molida with another person. They're going to start commenting on all those YouTube channels. If you really were about the business, you'd contact Mikey. Then how come you don't contact Mikey? That's what they're going to start commenting on all these canales. Mark my words, it's only the beginning. But again, I guess I'll put it out there. I would have a conversation about business with anyone that wants to do business. I mean, that's already what I do all day long for, at least 8 hours. But gente, I got an off switch, man. I don't want to even talk. My wife knows this. When I come home and I have an off switch, I don't even mention work. Ask my beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife how many times I've talked about work willingly walking through the door. And we've been married 20 plus years now. willingly. Hey, my day was like this. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, nor am I saying if your spouse wants you to communicate more, don't communicate more, cabrones. Because a lot of us guys will just go straight to the garage and lift up the 56 Bel Air engine, start working on the hot rod. And we're mulos, we're mules and shit. But yeah, I have an off switch, man. But anyways, anyone wants to talk about business with Content Creator Series of Fighting, it's gonna go state to state. I'm gonna need a contact in Arizona. I'm gonna need a contact in New Mexico, and I'm gonna need a contact in Texas. You know what? Don't forget Denver, Colorado. We can't forget the raza in Denver, Colorado. And I know you guys are gonna be commenting your cities and calmados. It's a cabrones. It's an LLC in every state. It's structuring a company in every state. That's not easy. You saw I posted that. I posted that because I thought it was a inspiration to other people that could come from similar backgrounds, come from the gutters, come from the calles, come from the alleys, and then all of a sudden start owning companies. Man, I wish I had my sampler. I'd hit that shotgun right now. I kind of makeshift did this like, oh, you know what, real quick, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. I got a text from Bird. I'm not gonna read his text, but there was a passing in the family, and so we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, Bird will be on here. Don't worry. I'm planning on bringing everybody participating in the show on here, and EBK and Tony one more time. And then guess what? On Monday morning, you're gonna see me post. I don't want to give it away. But it's going to have exclamation marks all over it. It's going to get you hyped and it's going to get you pumped. Next Monday, special announcement coming for Fight Week. On top of, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Okay. So anyways, let's see. Let's read a couple comments, man. That's right, El Chapo. I see you, my boy. That's right. El Chapo's tapping in from the ADX Denver. Do you remember that one crazy güero? He was, me and the wifey, she had a wedding in Chicago. We went to Chicago. And the wifey had a wedding in Chicago. We connected flights. I want to say it was in Denver or was it Utah? Somewhere out there. And it was that one crazy pinche güero que unalived su esposa y dos niñas, went in the middle of the night y los puso en oil vats, tall ones. Todo, after it came out, todo para que pudiera empezar una segunda vida. Could you believe that? Man, me arde tanto, gente. I gotta, oh man, when it comes to the kids, you've seen me on lives. When it comes to the kids and hurting kids and kids getting harmed, there's a special Dios me ayude button that I hope never gets hit. Only if it needed to, then it needed to protect kids. But man, and it's crazy because in that case, his name was Chris Watts. You remember that? Who remembers that güero Chris Watts? It came out after the fact. The dude had it on his cell phone. He had videos with the other woman. Y ahí estaba skiing with her, and they're doing the typical social media selfies that everyone does for social media. I guess that's what I call them. Social media selfies. There's a checklist that everyone does or on social media, and everyone has the same pictures. But anyways, it came out that nomás quería what? For this to be some kind of disappearance case. They got the body cam footage from the placas when they walked in the house. Did you see him, like the way he was pointing at the TV and doing this? And that's 101 perfect training footage for detectives, juras, anyone that wants to study body language. Watch that. It's all over YouTube. And it's in his mind, he wanted to start over again y limpiar todos. That was insane, este güero. And we connected a flight, me and the wife, in the city with the news right there on all of the televisions. And I remember leaning over to my wife. That's why I don't remember where it was at. I remember leaning over, telling her that happened in this city. O sea, en este estado close by. That was a trip, man. But you notice that I did talk about Virgilio Mendez again on the. I say again because you must have forgot. I brought that up in the holiday. But what happens is the internet trends again. It becomes trending, and now it comes up on your feed, and then it is what it is. Then they're talking about it again. So when I was playing the entire video, I did not see probable cause to arrest the young man. I didn't see probable cause. And I think if it wasn't, gente, remember, he's an INS hold. The dude, he's not a citizen, so he's an INS hold. In the beginning, I didn't think he spoke, he understood, but he was responding to him in English. English response, English response, English response. He did about 5 or 6 English responses, and then the aggression came, right? It was the aggression to detain him, and he's kind of like, I don't know. I really don't know what's going through his mind. He's not having getting arrested, but here's a thought. Here's a thought to all the raza. Could it be because he's been told, or he's been watching TV, certain television, brainwashing TV, where they're saying, they're still screaming, F the police? Could that be too? Hey, cabrón. They're telling him as soon as he comes over here, la policía, lo único que tienes que hacer. Maybe they're telling him how to get over on him, disregard him, or I don't know. I'm putting this just hypotheticals. These are all hypotheticals. I don't know. Or was he truly scared to death without being brainwashed by anything, just scared to get detained? Or was he thinking also, because this happens, this is a natural reaction too, gente, you just got to get away. You want to get away, you got to get away, because obviously the jig is up. If you're a wanted, you know, have you ever been on the run, cabrones, with a scanner and all that? The same thing. You want to get away. You're immediate. It don't matter if there's 3, 4 of them. I'm bailing still. I'm still going for that because at least I gave it the old college try. Is that what's going on through his head? Because if he gets detained, guess what happens? He's going back to Guatemala. Is he from Guatemala? I forgot. My bad. Or it could have been fear. I don't know. But there was a probable cause. No. If he was a citizen, yes, lawyers could have got involved, and it would be a win. I think it would be a win. I got lawyers on the speed dial, my buddies. Shout out to you guys. I got buddies that have passed the bar exam. I would ask them. No probable cause. But again, they would just have to, they're not going to lift a finger just, to say something on the internet. I have friends that they don't give a shit about the internet, right? They're already established. Now we got new school lawyers, right? Attorney Rosenberg. He wants to come out in every single press conference. Pinchy Attorney Rosenberg comes out with Gucci stunner shades, right? And I'm pretty certain, gente, that Attorney Rosenberg is charging Alex every time he has to go in front of those stairs of the courthouse and give a speech. I mean, you think he's doing that for free? Attorney Rosenberg? I don't know. I don't think so. But anyways, these it's great for their career. You got criminal defense attorney Doug Sherrod that goes on, or Sherrod, that goes on Hoodstocks. Hey, he comes with the open collar Tony Montana suit, ¿verdad? And then he cracks open a Coors Light. I'm just saying, those are the kind of podcasts we could really unwind. So even shout out to Hoodstocks too. Shout out to Hoodstocks también. To me, when I think of Hoodstocks, I think of they're broadcasting live from the hood. They're broadcasting live from the block. So when people sell wolf tickets and they're still in their community, well, I mean, if it was the truth, then you'd be able to walk by the background while Hoodstocks is live because they're live from the block. Anyways, real quick, I just wanted to mention one thing. Something that came across my feed. It was a podcaster. And to each his own. We're all grown men and we're all grown women. No one can tell anyone else what the hell to do on the internet. At the end of the day, it's the internet. And you can delete this, but reality is real. You know what I mean? Anyways, about this you already know who I'm talking about, the Banda World. Let me just say his name, the Banda World, or whatever you want to call him, right? The king of Calexico, all that, right? It's crazy how YouTubers just, there's no lines or boundaries with them. Like, you'll make a video stirring up some shit and causing people to get erased or causing people harm in a neighborhood for views and videos to stir something up, and you're not even close by it. That's like another part of the state. And to stir some shit up like that, I think what goes around comes around, and I'm just going to leave it at that and keep it pushing in my lane and in my direction. Que no, gente? Let's leave that at that, man. That's right. The after party, my boy, Foom 209. That's right. Mile High Hustle. Is he in the casa? That's right, man. That security footage is crazy from the neighbor. That's what I'm saying, cabron. You're talking about Chris Watts. The same thing happened with him. And this breaks my heart. This is so true, gente. Especially the ladies, to the females. This is going to hit the ladies and the females, because the ladies and the females, they can relate to other ladies and to other females, just like men, right? We can only relate to vatos. Can't relate to a lady, female. We're wired differently, right? The creation of God. Anyways, design of God. Him and in Scott Peterson, the same thing happened. Both moms. Las dos pobres madres. In this case, Chris Watts, and on Scott Peterson's case, las dos pobres madres said the same thing that was heart-wrenching. It hit you in the gut like a punch from a professional boxer. What did they both mothers say? Mothers of the unalived daughters. What did they both say to the asesinos, the culprits? What did they both say when they had their impact statements in court? Does anyone know in the comment section? Before I give it up, well, I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it up. Both moms plainly stated this, looked over at the perpetrator and said, if you had problems, you could have just left her. It broke my heart in 1,000 pieces for these mothers whose worlds are shattered because pendejos are missing screws. Remember the Bible says this, there's every kind of personality under the sun. People do just what they're gonna do. People do it and just when you think you've seen it all, here they come one more time. And you think, oh, man, that's something new. Like, remember a couple weeks back when we saw ese cabrón, the flying felon. Remember that dude, the flying felon? Híjole, man. Hit that like, man. Jeez, if you're listening on the podcast, shout out to all you guys. You already know who he is. All the workers at Salinas Valley Memorial, UPS, FedEx, Home Depot, In-N-Out Burger. I see you guys all the time, man. Shout out to all you guys. The flying felon is, I've seen skirmishes in courtrooms. I have. We're going to keep those stories on the members only, cabrones. But the flying felon did a whole new thing. He was Rocky. He did a Rocky the Flying Squirrel. That's what he did. A Rocky. Who knows what I'm talking about? Someone comment who Rocky's sidekick is. Then I know you're in your 40s. You're as old as me. Who's Rocky the Flying Squirrel's sidekick? Anyways, he did a Rocky the Flying Squirrel over the pulpit. And the most dumbest face, dumbest expression when he has to go back up to court again and get resentenced with a whole lot more aggravated felonies, like he wanted a break, like he wanted to get some slack cut. Said the wife's friend Nicole was the real MVP. The wife's friend Nicole. The wife's friend Nicole. The wife. Chris Watts' wife? Or Lacey's wife? The wife's friend. Lacey's friend? I know it, with Chris Watts' wife, man, I remember when all the footage came out, amiga, she was like, she would go to conferences. She was like a sales person, right? And some kind of corporation or something like that. And she would come back and She was posting a lot, and in the end was posting less and less and less. And they figured out it's because there was trouble behind closed doors, trouble in paradise, they say, so to speak, when before she would do live after live. And oh my gosh, the unthinkable. And then to even think, that these guys are carousing around still, even though they're behind the walls, guess what? They still have their lives. I don't give a shit how you cut it or slice it. That's getting a break. That's getting a break. Someone asked me, what do I think about the death penalty? And, I had kind of like a dual answer. I said, you know what? I live, the way I was raised is the world will come back to get you. It will come back to bite you like a snake in the ass. Serio. But then after I got saved, it was like, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I don't even want to wish that on someone, because the Lord was already telling us it's not it's your actions, that'll condemn you, but it's your actions and your thoughts and your intents and your motives and your heart. You got to just empty all that out. Empty it out, cabrones. But anyways, she was a real MVP. So someone that tipped off. Oh, was that Scott's La Otra? I'm not sure if that's what it was. Bad. Sorry about that technical difficulty, guys. Here it is. Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about, amiga. Was it who? Was it which one? But it's all good. All right. Keep it pushing it there. She's the one that called the cops looking for Shannon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Shannon was Watts. Oh, man. Shannon was Watts. Yeah. So they get to live their lives. And you know what the worst thing is? And I hate to say this, but some of these pendejos are on YouTube, is someone took someone's life, and then imagine being the family. Imagine being the family of the person that lost their life to you. You're the perpetrator. You did it. Imagine being the family and then jumping on YouTube and seeing the pendejo with beers in his hands having a good old time with his life. What would you think about that? What would the gente think about that? That was their son, their daughter, life got taken, husband, wife, someone irreplaceable in your life. And then you go on social media and that person is living like a clown. I don't know. I'm going to let that go. You know what? Someone messaged me and sent me a clip about cartoon Toon. If you didn't know, I follow Toon 53, Avalon Toon. Okay. Pinchy Toon. I follow Toon because I got on his channel from Kev Mac Video. So shout out to Kev Mac Video. If you're already known, I've been on Kev Mac's live streams. I've been on his channel. We chopped it up about a lot of things. Monster Cody, that book, once it first touched my hands in Wellington Smith, and how that book kind of it lit a fire. It lit a fire in a lot of people and raised people's level up. Again, that's another story. But anyways, that's how I got on Toon. Someone sent me a clip and he's saying, the fight with him and 600, he goes, I don't know, y'all. That's what he was saying, Pinchy Toon. I don't know, y'all, which means you go over to 600 and they announced this thing like it was going to happen last October. Like it was going to happen in last October and nothing materialized at all. Nothing material. And this is a fight that would have sold. This is a fight the people wanted to see. Either you wanted to see 600 go into a boxing gym and see how much hands he got, claiming that, he's over there with Freddie Roach and pro boxers sparring, or Toon, who got 50,000 subscribers in a couple months, just telling old stories, telling his stories. People wanted to see that. What happened? All I'm here to say is that's why you're going to have Mikey going forward in the future. So there's no snags. The only time it's going to go south with me, and it'll never go south because I'm going to have 5-6 fighters in the stable that I'm going to reward them handsomely. It's actually more if you do a step-in fight. That means if you just do a step and fight, that means, someone else fell off and you stepped in, then it's even a more handsome percentage, a more handsome bag, right? Anyways, I'm just saying I'm here to provide that platform. That's all I said I was going to do. We're going to wrap this up at 8:30, you guys. Again, Bird texts me. There was a passing in Pájaros Familia. And so I send mines over to him and to his family. And there's plenty more lives coming, with everyone involved. We're just, promoting this thing all the way to March 2nd. We got like 5 or 6 more lives in these next 2 weeks. We'll reschedule Bird. But my prayers, more importantly, are with him and with his family right now. Anyways, with that 600 fight, that's crazy. Geez, 600. He comes on the scene and he does kind of like the model of, how you just, if all you do is start beef and name names, then all you're doing is responding to beefs and throwing beefs and starting beefs and responding to beefs and throwing beefs along and pushing beefs along and start. I ain't knocking it. It definitely, it's entertaining as hell. It's entertaining as hell. I just don't want, I can't, I wouldn't be in public like that. I would not. That's just me. I'm not going to be in public being the beef starter. No, I'm in public as Mikey from CCSOF, Chicano Tube, the one that could put fights together. Get a hold of me. Let's talk business. That's my lane. But I could have put that one together. Let's keep it pushing, you guys. That's right, Sam. Bean Loke wants an opponent to go in the ring. We'll find him one. Is that right? But Bean Loke, well, he already know. Bean Loke, he got my direct chip. So for sure, it can happen. So I've talked to, I'm not going to put all their names out there, but I've talked to 5 or 6 individuals that you guys would like to see matched up. And again, I'm going to need your guys' help. All you got to do is at the bottom of the post, put at, tag, or mention your favorite YouTubers. Because first we're starting California, and then I'm going to need a plug in Arizona. Maybe I'll start looking like on TikTok, the ones that have millions of followers or whatever, the big podcast or something like that. But it definitely has to be, it doesn't have to be, but I was going to say, the raza. I like to look out for raza. I really do. I like to look out for raza. That doesn't mean I don't do business with anyone, nor does that mean I'm putting it on one color confined. No, but I'd like to do business with raza in each single one of these raza cities because we're going to get them to come out. So again, some people had already contacted me. They want to talk business in regard to the promotion. Well, let's talk business. That's why I LLC'd this bitch. Anyways, my bad. We're going to wrap it up right now at 8:30, you guys. That's right, Secretary Hurt. I appreciate you. That's right, my boy. Droops is in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Are you going to pull up, cabron? You're coming to the fight? 831-2. There, you see that number that's below? I send info. Anyone that texts me on that number below, you coming to the fight? If you're still in the 408, pues está cerquitas, cabron. That's a day zeroer, if you didn't know. That's a day zero. He just handles business off of YouTube, and lives in the real world. But that's a day zero right there, Droops 408. Eastside San Jose in the casa. Pancho Zapata, I appreciate you saying that. And I'm going to end this live at 8:30. We're going to, and I'll change the thumbnail. I send mine to Bird. You can go over and follow him on his IG. His IG is Birdman_comedy. Birdman_comedy. It wouldn't have been appropriate right now for him to come on and do a set. Have me all rolling and laughing right now, or even giving us a taste of roasting EBK and roasting Tony from stories written by a current president. I was reading some of the comments. You guys are a trip, man. You're saying this. You're saying, oh, Mikey's just posting videos of Tony and all of that. But no, let it be known. It's just EBK will also confirm it. There's been a conflicting of schedules, and Tony's shoot went down, but there's been a conflicting of schedules with EBK. He got a lot going on right now, and that's why that footage is with Tony, because Tony didn't have a conflicting of schedules, and we're able to get his done. And guess what? We got shorts for days. We got shorts for days to drop. But guess what? EBK's pulling up. Why? Because he's from the 831. He's from the 831. Pull out is not in our DNA. We're the ones that start the shit most of the time. I'm going to let that go. But shout out to Bird and his familia. Condolences over to Bird's from the 831. He's from Santa Cruz. Shout out to him, the familia. We're going to end this at 8:30 right now. Burqueño, he's laughing in the casa, man. We're just having fun over here. You know what we do, cabron. It's a Tuesday night live. This was a pop-up, supposed to be with Bird, but you already know what I said right now. So just send prayers and positive vibes over that way, please, gente. Please, let's not have a cancel the fight. Or the cancel the fight, hey, guess what? You know why there'll never be a cancellation, Sam, of the fight? Because guess who's always the plan B? I'm going to give you $25. I'm going to give you $25 worth. You could take that to the bank. I'm going to Ali shuffle. I'm going to do some Diaz brothers in there. I'm going to do some slaps. You ain't never seen anybody get slapped with a boxing glove. I've slapped people with a boxing glove on. Again, it was just, and the referee does stop it because he doesn't want you playing. I posted that on my IG a while ago. I'll recirculate that one. So that's why there's never going to be a pullout, because the plan B, you're looking at him. So if you see me in my Mexican trunks, my pancho, which is a leather one, my mom bought from Jalisco with those caballos right here, and my sombrero walking in, then you already know it's game time. And to me, it's just another day. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Manuel Rocks Cortez, I appreciate you, carnal. Quick pop-up live. Bird, there was a passing in the family. Keep him in prayers. We got 5 or 6 more lives until March 2nd. Tickets are still available down at that phone number below. That's if you must see it. If you got to see it. Very affordable, people have said. Or what's even more affordable is the pay-per-view, right? What does it cost? A 12-pack of beer, somebody said. People were DMing me, keeping it reasonable. I said, cabrones, I put myself in your shoes. Pinche inflation? Taxes in California, 37% and rising? That's why we're going to talk about these elections, and I'm going to let you know, who to vote for. You seen that little short I put on the United Farm Workers? Here I go. 5 or 6 DMs. I'm hating on them, hating on the raza. United. You know how many people are members of the United Farm Workers? You know how many, in comparison to its glory and golden years, there is a less than 10% membership. You're going to get mad at me, and I'm just spitting facts. Gente, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to tap back in with the familia. We're going live again. Just hit that notification bell. Hit that all. And if you need some tickets, play it right here for Tony versus EBK. I'm going to hit you with the trailer one more time because this is the best way to go out. But just remember what I always say. In the end, all you got son los recuerdos.
On top of everything else, they want this.
I'll go ahead and take him out in the second round.
Just know that you are going to feel what's coming from this side.
You're not going to see much, I'll tell you that.
I'm glad that he knew that that mask was going to fly off. And if I win, I'm keeping the mask, okay?